lie. They lie on a Monday, they lie on a Tuesday, they lie on a Thursday, all Saturday, and 2 times on a Sunday. Time come for Mark Walling and the People's National Party.
Comrades, the next PNP government is going to deliver better for the people of Jamaica.
Comrades,
we have looked at
comrades of Christiana, comrades of northeastern Manchester, comrades from the length and breadth of Jamaica. Blood and fire, comrades! PNP rule. What a way time come. Comrades, we are going to turn up and turn over the thing tonight. But before we move any further, I want to introduce myself. I am Comrade Councillor Cadian Harty from the Claremont Division, from the Republic of Southeastern Centre. Socialist rule. But there is a cool ruler upstairs. So before we come down to the earthly rulers, let us invite Pastor Dawson Hossang to bring us to the throne of God.
All right, listen to me now. I'm a straightforward pastor. Listen to me keenly. Listen to me keenly now. Now hear me, you say, but listen to me keenly now. You know, as I stood here and I sat here, listen to me keenly. Just listen to me keenly now. You can cheer when you want to cheer, but it's my time. It's God time. I'm not an aristocratic pastor. I'm going to tell you it straight. It's God time. Are you what I'm saying now? Yes, when I sat there, Elder Mitchell, and I came here, Mayor, Your Honorable Mitchell, listen to me. I remember a few years ago, I was watching a movie, and it was of George Strait. Listen to me, a singer. And the singer went up on the stage to sing a song, and he was in his concert. And he was singing, and he saw the crowd making noise. And he saw the people dancing, and he started to go, yeah, 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 blah, blah, blah. And he saw the crowd dancing. Because guess what? They were not listening to the word. They were having a good time. But I want you to know that when we come to present the word of God, I want you to do what? Listen. So as you listen to the word of God, I pray the Lord will bless you and will allow you to make the right decision. What do you say? Father, we are so grateful that even though the People's National Party, having this meeting, they first called upon you. You said in your words, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God. So Father, as you have appointed me to your Holy Spirit to present the word to your people, we ask you to bless and lead now, we pray. In Jesus Christ's name. I'm a very straightforward pastor. I don't go around and I don't beat around the bush. When I was asked to present a word today, two things came across my mind. And I want you to listen keenly. When I was preaching yesterday at the Alston Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I remember the Lord was showing to me when he went and he called his disciples, 4 of them specifically, when he went to the seaside. And he called them. Some of them were in the sea. They were fishing, catching fish, and 2 were men in the nest. Listen to me. I want you to know that when it comes on to an organization, all of you play a major role. When they were going out there to go there in the sea to catch fish, some were in there, but the nets need to be mended. Because sometimes we are so confident we don't realize the nets are whole and fishes will come through. So for us to be a successful in what you're doing, you need to put things and plan together well. And I want you to know that all of us plays a major role. Because those who might be mending the nets might not have the skill to go there, but they have to play a part for success to come. And when you see, sometimes you go to the sea, some men will not be in the water, but they'll be standing, giving direction, telling you which angle to stand on, while some beyond the sea, pushing and throwing something in the water for the fishes to come to the net. So when you come together to meet and plan, you have to make sure your strategies are done well. And if you realize when they went into the water, they had so much success that the boat was beginning to sink. So when we join together, we are joining for a purpose and a cause. Because if your purpose and your cause, because sometimes we sing and we make nice, but if we do our work, we're not doing it. So you must not only be singing, but you must also be active in what you're doing. Why am I saying that? There's a story in the Bible, in the book of Joshua, when the children of Israel went to the battle, but before they went to the battle, they prayed, and they won the battle. And they feel so confident after they won the first battle that they forget that it was not them, but it's God. Sometimes you go to polls and you watch television, you watch a crowd, and you believe you're true to your success, and you start to become idle. So when they went for the second battle in Joshua 7, I want you to listen to me. Verse 1, but the children of Israel committed a trespass regarding the accursed things. So Achan and the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, and the tribe of Judah took up the accursed things, and they angered the Lord. And Joshua sent them out again, and they said, listen to me. I'm sure already, so I'm going to win the battle, so I don't need to do anything more. And you sit down and you're comfortable, you come here, you drink your Guinness, you drink your boom, you always say, You smell off ice, you beer, you're in a Malta, and you start to celebrate, and the battle is not yet won. It says race is not for what? But those who can what? And when they went to the battle, they thought they had the victory, but they lost the battle. It's a warning. Jeremiah said the work is plenty, but the laborers are few. Sometimes some of us will laugh, but when it comes to the real battle, oh, me can't go out, me sleep, me tired. I'm a straightforward pastor. I'm from Mobi and I don't beat the bush, you know. Don't think I grew up in the church, you know, so I know what you're doing, you know. But listen to me now. Whatever you do and you want to win, make sure you put God first. Because the Bible said, I can do what? All things to Christ who strengthened me. When I was in the world and I decided to become a Christian, I said, "Kupa him too." But when Jesus saw something in me that they can't see, so I don't know if God sees something in someone that the powers and others might not see, but Jesus see. So as you prepare yourself for this meeting, putting yourself in order, join together as one, work together, and success will come through Christ. Let us pray. Father, thank you for bringing me here today to share love with your people. You know that they're together, the PNP party. But I'm going to translate the PNP in a different way. People need prayer. And people to receive power need the power of the Holy Spirit. So Father, take control of all the leaders of this party. You know every one of them, from the president to the secretary to the zone leaders. Anoint them and lead them, that they can believe with faith that victory is in Jesus Christ. But most of all, Father, point them to the heavenwards, that they can look beyond the sky and saw the conqueror of sin when he comes, that we can say victory. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Pull up a tune there one more.
Southern Manchester. Southern Manchester. Comrades of Southern Manchester, your member of Parliament in waiting is making his way to the platform.
March, we are march, 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 we are march, march,
Hold it,
march,
hold it. And while Pastor Hossang was delivering that message, our chairman, the first female chairman, Brother Angela Brown. Please welcome, as he makes his way to the platform, Comrade Peter Marcotte Bunting. Again, Mr. Music Man, because the boss has arrived. Comrades of Northeastern Manchester, please welcome to the platform your next member of Parliament, Comrade Valentin Winter.
Valentin Winter, tell them say
he's
the next
coming.
MP for North East Manchester. Yeah, man,
Keep it going.
Christiana, Bryce Manchester, Kabla Massive, Spring Long, Hello Culture. Let it go make it run, it's bigger than them gone. If them this, them are going to get dismissed.
Welcome, Comrade Winter.
Soundless.
Your next member of Parliament.
We are teacher with apprentice. Valentin Winter been show Wales and Valley. And some I out of the
Northeastern Manchester.
No phone shot with them skip and dolly. When them think we dead back in the trouble in we rally.
I am seeing Comrade Michael Phillips, Member of Parliament for Northwestern Manchester. Welcome, Comrade Phillips, your champion Member of Parliament.
Turn up the thing. Turn up. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. Now is the time, now is the hour. Choose PNP for people power. Now is the time, now is.
Man, you have to keep the noise going. You have to keep the applause going. Comrade Phillips is not yet on the platform. Make him welcome. I am seeing.
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice.
Comrade Paul Patmore, the Member of Parliament in waiting for Southern Trelawney. Hold on, comrades. Hold on. This is the man that will retire certain lady for the second time. Comrade Paul Patmore.
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. If you want things
Comrade
to really
Phillips.
get nice.
Comrade Phillips, wanna make some noise for the champion Member of Parliament.
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. Now is the time, now is the hour. Choose PNP for people power. Now is the time, now is the hour. Turn up the thing. Me say we turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. PNP, turn up the thing. Me say, ah la 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 la, ah la 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 la, ah la 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 la. Step up and wave your flag. Come step up and wave your rag. Step up, PNP, we don't come to play. Step up to a for a better day. Step up, come out to vote. Make sure you're on the winning boat. Step up, vote PNP. Progress to Jamaica, progress to we. Ah la 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 la.
Hold it. Comrades, I want you to help me welcome my co-host for the evening, Comrade Councillor
Robinson.
That is it. Please make him welcome.
Step up and wave your flag. Come step up and wave your rag. Step up, PNP, we don't come to play. Step up to a for a better day. Step up, come out to vote. Make sure you're on the winning boat. Step up.
Pastor Hossang say, him is a straightforward pastor. And I'm a straightforward counselor. And the Lord has also laid something on my heart tonight. He said I should tell the comrades of Northeast Manchester, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to make the People's National Party the next government of Jamaica. Step up and wave your flag. Come step up and wave your rag. Step up, PNP, we don't come to play. Step up to a for a better day. Step up, come out to vote. Make sure you're on the winning boat. Step up, vote PNP. Progress to Jamaica, progress to we. I want to run a little roll call tonight. And I want to see which constituency is represented in the highest numbers tonight. Comrades, are you ready for that roll call? Them say Pastor Chris and them Pitney Fuss. And I will start with the comrades of Northeastern Manchester. Comrade Valentin Wind, comrades.
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up. If you want things to really get nice, no one time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice, no one time to.
Comrades in Central Manchester, you must not be outdone. Let me hear the comrades in Central Manchester. Comrade Donovan Mitchell, comrades.
Turn up the thing. Turn up. If you want things to really get nice, no one time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice, no one time
Southern Manchester, are you hearing my voice? If you are hearing my voice, respond and say blood and fire, comrades!
turn up the thing.
Comrade! Comrade Michael Phillips, are you seeing? Are you hearing? Are you feeling the comrades in Northwestern Manchester?
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up.
Comrades, the vibe nice. But we're moving on with the formal program. And the first speaker I'm going to call, the person who is going to officially welcome you this evening, is a comrade that is no stranger to Manchester. This is the comrade that almost retired one of them people over the next party. But don't you fear, because the second time will be the charm. He is working closely with Comrade Valentin Wint to win the seat of Northeastern Manchester. A stalwart, a veteran. Help me welcome Comrade Paul Lynn.
Well, today is a new day. Give thanks a lot. All praises to the Lord, me see if I'm sanctified. Nah, let them stress me.
Me a whole a vibe with Val Winton, Neil Evans, Richard God Scott and David Knight.
Well, today is a new day. Give thanks a lot. All praises to the Lord, me see if I'm sanctified. Nah, let them stress me. Me a whole a vibe with Red Boom, TJ and Moon and my board to fight.
Comrades, they only give me 3 minutes tonight. I don't know where they get it from that I am a 3-minute man. But it's so sweet that I might make it in 3 minutes, comrades. I might make it in 3 minutes. Comrade General Secretary, Comrade Dayton Campbell, the chairman of our party, Comrade Dr. Angela Brown Burke, other officers of the party. From Manchester, Comrade Donovan Mitchell Muir, and next Member of Parliament for Central Manchester. The next Member of Parliament for Manchester Southern, Comrade Peter Bunting. And the Member of Parliament for Northwest Manchester, who will remain Member of Parliament after the next general election, Comrade Michael Phillips. And I don't know what kind of dream them have. But come a couple of weeks from now, we will create history in Northeast Manchester with Comrade Valentin Wint as your next Member of Parliament. And comrades, I want to welcome in a special way. I want to welcome in a special way my cousin, former Member of Parliament for Northeast Manchester, Comrade Calvin Lynn. And comrades, for somebody that has supported us over the years, I want to welcome Comrade Senator Gabriella Morris. From the YO, Comrade Shamil Brown. And I see my brother coming through the crowd, because this is not PNP river come down bank to bank. This is a PNP tsunami. And comrades, the tsunami will start in southern Trelawney when Comrade Paul Patmore becomes the Member of Parliament there. And then the tsunami will come from the left when Comrade Richard Azan is returned as the Member of Parliament for Northwestern Clarendon. Welcome, Comrade Azan. To all our councillors and councillor candidates, welcome. All distinguished guests, Comrade Labourites, if you are here, welcome. If you're undecided, welcome. If you make up your mind, welcome. And comrades, I want to mention especially who has been working closely with us, the Deputy General Secretary of the People's National Party, Comrade Wensworth Skeffrey. And comrades, let me welcome fellow businessman and Comrade Kenneth Black. And to you, the workers, the warriors, the foot soldiers, the bikers, the canvassers, indoor and outdoor agents, and to all the comrades here in Northeast Manchester, I wish you a warm greeting and welcome here in Manchester. Comrade, I have 1 minute more. 1 minute more. But I want to tell you something. On November 15, 2019, I wrote to a young man here in Northeast Manchester. His name is Comrade O'Neill Evans. Big him up. And I said to him, comrades, I want you to take on the Christiana division. On August 10th, 2022, I go down to Calder. And I asked to see a young man, Comrade David Knight. And I say, I want you to make Lizzie dizzy. I don't know what him do, but it's more than dizzy happen. And then August 18. Make sure that this mic working good tonight, you know, DJ, MC. August 18. I invited Comrade Valentin Wynne to my yard. And I say, I need you to come back and run again in Northeast Manchester. And he agreed. Big up, Comrade Valentin Wynne. And comrades, that formula produce results. Because on February the 26th, 2024, we take 2 of the 3 divisions in Northeast Manchester. And I want to big up Comrade Richard Scott, who made that margin below 600. And in the next parish council election, we are going to take it. So comrades, hear me now. After 33 years, nobody can come here and tell us what they're going to do. They have had enough time. So let me say finally, comrades, Northeast Manchester is ready for a new chapter. Northeast Manchester is ready for a better story. Comrades, Christiana is ready for a MP, Comrade Valwint. Wollaston is ready for a MP, Comrade Valwint. Craighead is ready for a MP, Comrade Valwint. And Valwint is ready for the job. You can make the change. You have the power. So hear me now, comrades. Let's get this job done. One love, one heart, one destiny.
My father Banya, my father Banya, my grandmother Banya.
Ease DJ. Say we not frightened so easy. All when they roll in with peer master that no. I hope you hear what me say. Comrades, listen what me say. Say we not frightened so easy. All when they roll in with peer master that no scare we represent. What we say? We no afraid of nobody. All right. Ease the PNP. Easy. All right then. Comrades, we now go hold on not too late, you know, because on our way here, one Labourite try block the road pathway. Labourite turn the car across the road and I say, in the name of Jesus, you not stop way. Because PMP business, a God business, and then can't stop this a business. The next speaker you are going to hear from. And when I look at Christiana tonight, I see one whole heap of young people. And once young people move in with your team, you know so you're in the winning column. To represent the young people, the PMPYO, we have the Vice President, Comrade Shamil Brown.
Thank you, Comrade Chair. Comrade warriors, workers, and foot soldiers of the People's National Party, I greet you well. Comrade General Secretary, Comrade Chair, Comrade MP candidates, Comrade Senators, workers, good night, everybody in Christiana. Let me hear you. Time come. Comrades, As a young woman, I am proud to be a blood and fire comrade. When I look in the Senate and I see Senator Donna Scott Motley, Senator Janice Ali, Senator Fraser Beans, and my sister, Senator Gabriela Morris, 4 out of 8, PMP do that, representation for women. Comrades, the People's National Party believe in empowering women, and we can be proud that we have the first female chairman, Comrade Dr. Angela Brown Burke, and comrades, we can be proud. As a PMP do that, Mark Jefferson Golding, who cares about women. And so he gave Professor Senator Morris the mandate, the mandate to honor the legacy of our Mama P. When we go into government, the People's National Party, under the Ministry of Housing, will implement the Portia Initiative. And just as our Mama P break down barriers, shattered glass ceiling to pave the way for women, we young zinc fence, renew urban center, PMP will be doing that. Comrades, everybody know that Mama P love the poor. Everybody know that Mama P love children. Everybody know that Mama P was all about securing inclusivity for the disabled community. And when we become government, the Mark Jefferson Gordon-led administration will ensure that we will have sidewalks for children to walk home from school. We will have sidewalks for the elderly. We will have sidewalks for the disabled. Comrades, just as our Mama P was big on social transformation, her legacy will be remembered under the next Margolin administration. And so the completion of all the Operation Pride sites in Jamaica will be done under the next PMP government. Comrades, the People's National Party, we are an inclusive government. And so we understand that housing is a priority for all. We believe that people should live in dignity. And when you go home at night, you should feel proud to have a roof over your head. And comrades, you have a government in waiting that understands that not everyone can go down to NHD with a pay stub. But I am here to tell you, we have heard your cries and we have a policy in place, our rent-to-own policy to fix this problem for you. Under the rent-to-own policy, comrades, when you go down to NHD and you see a house that you like, you can move into the house. You will be allowed to pay the rent equivalent for the mortgage for 6 months. And once you can show that, we will be returning the preferential rate for all that as young people. We go to school, we do, and And when we're finished, we can't see the way out to own a home. But comrades, the next PMP government will make that dream a reality. And so the PMP will ensure that a $1 billion deposit fund will be put aside for young people so that when you want to get your first house, you can get $500,000 free to pay on the deposit of your home. Comrades, this deposit is for everyone 35 years and under. And when you do the maths with me, it's 2,000 young people who will benefit annually. And after our first term, we can say that over 10,000 young people will be given the opportunity to become homeowners. And comrades, when they ask us to say, how will we fund this? The next PMP government will return the NHT to its original mandate. We will stop the extraction of $11.4 billion annually to go into the budget. And we will be giving back Jamaicans money in their pocket so that they can be able to become homeowners. Comrades, when I look at the crowd in Christiana, I know that Comrade Val Wint and the team in Northeast Manchester, I know that Comrade Michael Phillips and the team in Northwest Manchester is ready. I know that Mayor Donovan Mitchell and the team in Central Manchester is ready. And I know that Comrade Peter Bunting and the team in South Manchester is ready. Comrades, the YO is ready. The PMP is ready. And time come for us to get a better life under the People's National Party. The word is always love, comrades.
Spread your wings. Nothing is impossible, believe me. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Nothing is impossible. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Blessing up flow like a river. Blessing up flow like a river.
Comrades, when I tell you that the People's National Party is the party for the young people of this country, believe me. When I tell you that we can roll out young candidate after young candidate after young candidate, believe me, under the think we done. And I'm gonna call on another young, bright, influential comrade. The youngest senator in Jamaica. The candidate in Northwestern Centana that is about to unseat another member of parliament. The other day, the Prime Minister go to our constituency and I hear one of them activists running at the crowd and say, boy, the crowd thin. But there is nothing thin about the candidate that I'm about to call. She a one piece of champion. I want you to welcome the People's National Party YO President, Comrade Gabriel.
Comrade Chairwoman, Comrade General Secretary, Comrade Chairman of Comrade MPs in waiting, Comrade workers, Comrade warriors, Comrade foot soldiers of the greatest political movement, the People's National Party. The word is love. Comrades, I also who are here with me from Northwest St. Anne, where we are going to give them a beating and send them home. And I know that they are looking. But tonight I can say that nothing about the crowd that is here up in Christiana, because the comrades are ready and rearing to go. Comrades, I joined the People's National Party as a young woman because I believe that the People's National Party is one of the most transformational movements in the hemisphere. It is the People's Party for a reason, because we always put people first. And in this go around, as we lead up to the general election, we are clear in where we are going, because we know where we are coming from, and we have listened to you, the people of this country. We have heard your cries, we have felt your frustration, and we are here to deliver programs and policies that will give you a better life. Comrades, one of the things that I hear most when I touch the road from young people especially is that they don't know how they're going to survive in this country. There are many of them who will go as far as to jump a wall to escape the challenges of Jamaica, because they feel like nobody's listening. They feel like there is no balm in Gilead for them. But we as the People's Party have said, hold on, because help is on the way. To our business people, I want to talk to you specifically because there was a time, Comrade Jensek, when only certain people could own a business. But the People's National Party believe that you can't have prosperity of a few. It can't be just a friend and company and the people them on the other sides. All Jamaicans deserve a piece of the pie. And we are saying without fear of contradiction that to every hairdresser, every nail tech, every person that have a cook shop, if you have a bar around, if it's a chicken coop, you have and sell your chicken, we want to give you an opportunity to build something for yourself. And that is why our leader, who cares about the Jamaican people, has said, listen, we want to make it easier for people to own and register business in this country. We know that when you guys will heap of paper and red tape, and them a send you around at this your office and round at that the office, and you need this and you not had that and you can't get this. But we are saying that we are going to remove that red tape so that when you go, you can register your business in a your name, and you can say, I feel me this and this, I feel me money, and you can contribute to your country. And we're not stopping there, comrades. We have said that when you have that business, we're giving you a 3-year tax exemption so you can take it little easy and build up yourself, and then you can come back and pay the tax and contribute to your country. We have also said that we know sometimes your business need a little oomph. It need a little push. And we want to make it easier for you to get loans, grants, resources through the Development Bank of Jamaica. So you can go there and say, I need a help, and you get a help, because this is what the People's National Party is about. We not just a no handout, it's a hand for the Jamaican people. And so comrades, they promised a thing that they call 5 in 4. Economic growth, and that is just one of the many promises what them not fulfill. And all know we can't see the growth what them a talk about. It must see loss of andros because the Jamaican people are not feeling it. But we, as the People's Party, we want to ensure the growth can be felt by every single Jamaican. And so building businesses, giving you an opportunity to earn for yourself. Check. Giving you an opportunity to own a business for yourself is how we are going to grow the economy so that we can invest in our schools, we can invest in our young people, we can invest in our hospitals, we can build the roads, we can give water. And so we are saying to you, the Jamaican people, that we have you in mind and we are working for you. Some other people can't say that, but we have a record of putting people first. And when we return to government, we now wait for a 2-term pass. We choose uno. We are choose uno from the start. And so, they're going to give out every black tank what they can give out. And then go and dash their money here and dash their money here. But we know that comrades are not for sale. And so, comrades, I want you to start are not sale. And so, comrades, I want you to stand firm. We have a leader who believes in the power of the people. We have a united party, and we are giving you strong representatives, real man in a Manchester, to make sure that this parish and the country moves forward. So stand firm, my comrades. See the signal waving in the sky. Reinforcements now appearing. Victory, victory, victory draws nigh.
I hear something feel, but God do not hear no deal. 'Cause right now, me nah no worries. Gotta deal with everything. Gotta deal with everything. Right now, me nah no problem.
It's a good look. And let me get to this quick and fast because I don't know how this a vehicle get round there, so. 0253 HW is a pro box. It's a medical emergency. Make we deal with that, please. 0253 HW is a pro box. Help them to get out. Because as far as I know, this block up straight down to DJ, me give you thing. Don't play it yet because me hear some calls are coming from the hospital them. It look like some Labourite in a problem. Let me hear what them a say. DJ, what them a say down there?
AI. Oh, no. Okay, get that, sir. Stang diggy diggy ding da dang da dang. Mama diggy diggy ding ba dang ba dang. Robot choice. Diggy 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 ding da dang ba dang. Mama diggy diggy. Mama diggy diggy. Hey, ding get da da da. Ding get da da da. Ding get da.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Hold on there. Almighty. Almighty. A 4 of them miss it through down.
Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time.
All right. Well, not see it because we don't have 1,000 black jump figure. And all of a sudden, road a patch. Me never know the road couldn't patch last year. No road couldn't patch 2023. No road couldn't patch 2022. All of a sudden, they find Barbara Green. You know, then just find Barbara Green. Anyway, the show is not for me. And let me bring on the next speaker. This man is a general. This man needs no introduction. No introduction to this place that we are standing. Honorary, my boss, former member of parliament, my boss.
Comrades all, we are here again after so many years. But what I'm seeing tonight reminds me of 1989 when we gave them for love in this parish. It will be repeated.
Turn up the thing, BNP. Turn up the thing, BNP. Turn up the thing, BNP. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice. If you want things to really get nice, now are the time to make the right choice.
As I was saying, when the election, it will be similar to our time. I've seen a lot of my people from 1989. When you look at the name Valentine Wint, the surname, you can cover up the T and you say Valentine Wint. No, sir? You ever look for this, sir? Well, I saw, and I can tell you, the little importee female that them have on the other side can't frighten away. And I will be out there night and day to help Valentine win this seat for the People's National Party. You know the other three already. They were introduced to you a while ago with Comrade Wint. But I want to say one other thing about the importee candidate for the other side. She is somebody who we don't know in Manchester. How many of you know her? So I have a lyrics that I circulate enough of them since afternoon. You like me read my one for you? It is titled Washington Play Girl. Not ready to cry, doll. We are sending you back to the USA to have a ball. Your party believes you are a star, but you will soon be put in a BAR to buy a rum. The supporters will visit your bar to boom a rum, BAR again. RG, you will go on your mark, only to be sent back to New York. We don't know you in Manchester, so you won't abide in Manchester. Miss Marks, you won't sing like a lark. You will soon be put in the dark. Bell Pepper Nose set you up to lose, for they couldn't find any other to put on the loose. So voters of Manchester Northeastern, vote for the PNP candidate, Valentine Wint. That's what we say, and that's what we are going to do. We can't say everything tonight. Other speakers are coming. But I want to say, when it comes to the pepper-nosed leader of the Green Party, I have a laminated document. Wednesday, October 30, 2024. Holiness, quote, I will never allow PNPism back into this country. He's rude and he's feisty and he's damn out of order. I say so. Some I'm going to do that. Went to high school because of PNP program started by Norman Manley. When I see this document, Star on newspaper, about Brother Bert Samuels, he won this big case. And I'm just going to read one section for you. It is like this. Brother Bert, in declaring is to be a lawyer for he got education through Michael Manley program in the 70s, and he is proud to be a lawyer. No one can be like that. The opportunity is there. So now make the little importee come show off by you. We are roots people. You know what roots mean? ROOTS. Rely on ourselves to survive. Self-reliance. We learned that from Norman Manley and Michael Manley and other leaders. So for now, we are having a problem in this country. Some people don't like hear about corruption. But I'm going to remind you about one piece of corruption. The chairman of the Green Party was demoted by the pepper-nosed Prime Minister, who is a weakling. He has no backbone. When that MP from Western Mary, and he's going to lose, he gave his friends $400+ million, a used car dealer, to provide 200 odd vehicles for the police force, Tell me how many of them you ever see. In my business, I can tell you, we sent to do removal, Senton, Manchester, and other places. You know what the people them say? The policeman called the relative and say, tell the funeral people them, carry the body come a station. We don't have any beef if we come look funny. Isn't that a shame? So, what I know, when the right time come, some of them are go charged for corruption, some of them are go to prison. Take care, as me tell you. And my 2 minutes to go, I can tell you this. History, I think I'm the oldest one on the platform. Did you know from 1944 to 1990, when I was in Parliament, by some of your help, is 5 Labour MP went to prison. When you tell everybody, say, Mrs. So, they can't do you anything because are true. Them corrupt from morning till night. Them only look about themselves. There's a terminology. So what? Them a feather themness. Well, them a must say blackboard for true. No pun intended. You know why I say that bell pepper nose is weak and worthless? The female who ran over South Carolina again shouldn't be. She was convicted. How can you have a convict to be MP member of parliament? Because then take with the idiot. But Jamaica, people of Manchester, time come. So finally, on my document, it is telling us that time come to have a honest government. Time come to have a prime minister of impeccable character and integrity. And that person is Mark Jefferson Golding. Most of you, if not all, know of the policies of the PNP, what we did 72, 89 onwards. And that is why you are here tonight. To be encouraged, to be motivated some more. That when the election night, like now, I have 10 minutes to eat, we will be going higher than 35 out of the 63. Yes. So, as it is, you know what you are going to do. And since we know that Jamaicans one and all say, time come to vote. Jamaicans one and all say, time come to vote them out. Them worthless, them wicked, and them corrupt. God bless you.
Make the trumpets play. Make the trumpets play. Time come. Jamaican people want better. Time come. Coming like stormy weather. Time ancestors are turning on them grave. We can tell me how we can do it.
Thank you very much, DJ. The fist is a symbol of strength. The fist is a symbol of commitment. Put up the fist them in the ear. If you're ready for the People's National Party, put up the fist them. If you're ready for Mark Jefferson Golding, put up the fist them. All we need is 32 and more. But it was announced in the paper by one Dan from Mandeville, Skeng Dan. Say 38. Big up Skeng Dan.
When Skeng dance say 38, I don't know guess thing. I don't know guess and spell. Let me big up all the comrades who journey from Alligator Pond Division. 4 bus, 6 car, 1 whole heap of other vehicle. Alligator Pond Division, big up on yourself. We are, now listen, me travel with my people, let me know. I was on the bus. And I tell every comrade here, stay with the people. We are moving to the candidates for us to get 4-0, 4-love victory in Manchester. Little David, them say Goliath, you have a task to make it right for the People's National Party. Take off the T, you have win. Val. The next member of parliament for this constituency, Wellington, win.
The next MP for North East Manchester. Yeah, man, we are lad on the whole of Christiana. Bryce Manchester, Cabla Massive, Spring Long, Hello Culture. Let it go make it run, it's bigger than them gone. If them this, them are go get dismissed. Find themselves up on the dead, soundless. Wellington, you have chemist now this. How we a teacher with apprentice. Wellington winter been show wheels and valley. And some I out of the old gangster alley. No fun shot with them skip and alley. When them think we dead back in the trouble in we rally. We well a man pop it.
The next MP for Northeast Manchester, I shall love. Wellington win. In my next MP for Northeast Manchester. I want to Labourite boy. Tell him to come down, man. Come down. A Wellington win. I am on the thing, you know, man. I shall have said that. Really chat there. Well, come down. Labourite boy. Come down. Wellington win. Are you around the place now? The next MP for Northeast Manchester. Tell Labourite them we run out that town. Come down, man. Come down. A PMP time. A PMP time. Wellington win time. A PMP time. A PMP time. Ah, the Labourite boy. And if we come down now, son. Politician, if we come down now. Anjo. If we come down now. Wellington win. Tell them if we come down now. Tear down no like wow.
Alright, a time for them come down. A time for them come down. A time for them come down. Protocols, all protocols observed. But special acknowledgement must be made to a former member of parliament, Little David. Yes, man. And councillors. We are seeing a transformation that we have never ever seen before. We are seeing a transformation that we have never ever seen before. Comrades,
I see the leader, party leader, Comrade Mark Jefferson.
ready for go with gold. Then the man with passion and a purpose. Ready for go with gold. Then the man with passion and a purpose. From Kingston straight to Belfast. From Kingston straight to Bay. I'm a gold in them say. Get ready to. I'm a gold in them say. Get ready to make up a new way. A new way. Yo. Everybody said
we're ready. All right, comrades. Today we gather not just as members of this parish, but as a united force ready to shape our future. The time has come for us to rise together, not just in spirit, but in action. We must choose results over promises, for actions speak louder than words. In this community, we have faced many challenges. And together, we have emerged stronger. But let us be clear. Strength is not merely in our resilience, as resilient as we may be. It is in our commitment to deliver real change. We have heard many promises, but now is the moment to demand results. Blood and fire, comrades! Blood and fire, comrades! These words remind us of our predecessors endured to secure the rights and freedoms we cherish today. We must honor their sacrifices by forging ahead with conviction and purpose. Comrades, there's a whole heap we have to fix in Northeast Manchester. We are way behind. We are nearly 33 years behind. But comrades, the work has begun. Yes, man, if you go to Junker Roost, comrades, yes, we notice we have fixed the roads over there. Yes, man, cheers to our councillor. Yes, if you go to Hellison, you will see a new road. If you go to West Road, you will see a new road. Roost, yeah. With our comrades. Comrades, but there's more that we need in Northeast Manchester. Hello. All right. Why is that?
Yeah.
Hello. This is once again the Viking of Soca. Bring up the sound. Sound Manchester Soundbox is here. Who got this? Who got this?
March.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Check. Whoa. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Shall we praise the Lord, comrades? You're finishing up yours.
Comrades, them send shower without water. Them send shower power without water. Can you imagine? Anyway, comrades, anything them brought down, we are going to build back. We are going to build it back better than before. I want to salute all the young people them who are here. Let me hear it for the young people them. Let me hear it for the young people them. Young people. Young people have found the time. Comrades, we are starting the process now, after 33 years, of building a community for the young in Northeast Manchester. Yes, man. If you notice, we don't have a proper functioning transport center. You all know that, eh? As a result of that poorly functioning transport center, I went to relieve the congestion in the town. I take over 350 motor vehicles off of the road every day. Right here, sir. Right here, sir. And a long time me I do that. You don't know that, right? Yes, man. They don't have a proper place to sell the animals, the cows and the goat and the pig. And I have given to the town to use a property for that too. You understand? For that too. Comrades, when I become your member of parliament, I have to fix that problem. That transport center has to be one that can adequately hold all the vehicles that ply all the routes here, because Christiana is a hub and we need a proper transport center. Comrades, I don't know how much of you have ever had the situation you have to go to a police station, go make a report. There's no place to park at the police station. We know the police are very hard working. They're trying their best to serve this community. You agree with me? You don't agree with me? But if you go up at the station to make a report, you're going to get a ticket because you have to go leave your car in the road. We need to replace that little place out there. Has been there from, we have donkey and carriage. We have thousands of cars now. So we want a proper location for our police station. Comrades, and let us running through them fast, you know. As it relates to education, comrades, Christian High School has been in a shift system for the longest while. Pitney have to go to school before they light out. And them are come home many times in a night. That have to stop, comrades. We need more rooms, school rooms, classrooms, so our children can go to school in the daytime. That is something that I will have to do, comrades. Comrades, as it relates to the market for the farmers, we need a proper place for our wholesale. We don't have no wholesale for our market. And we have to find a place. There are places available, and I'm going to make sure that happens. You see, agriculture is our mainstay in Northeast Manchester. People come from all over, come by reproduce. So we want a proper place for wholesale. Comrades, our water supply is damning. Damning, man. Very few of us can get a proper shower. I mean shower with water, you know. Not the shower that we hear them again now, dry shower. Shower with water. So we want to fix that the problem. When Comrade Calvin Lynn was member of parliament, we had most of the areas had water running through the pipes. And you couldn't get a proper shower. Most of those systems have been broken down and have not been repaired. Comrades, the black tank is not the answer. What we want is a proper water system. Comrades, can you believe over 33 years, us in Northeast Manchester have no place for our children to play? I've been to school, and sometimes I think I'm such a fool. But it isn't my fault, because I follow the rule. I work in the days and I sleep at night. But tell me, where does the children play? No place for our children to play. And me have to be looking across at Michael over there, so with a red eye, because every community have a community center. We don't have a single functioning community center in Northeast Manchester. That have to change, comrades. That community center in Northeast Manchester. That have to change, comrades. So you see, comrades, I not just come for the photo ops and to give you quick promises. You know me long time. The man who have served you through the hospital. I worked on the hospital board. When I served as chairman of Parish Junior Hospital, we got an award as the best kept hospital in Jamaica. We got another award as the best run state agency. Something I am proud about, comrades, and something you should be proud about. Comrades, so you see, comrades, when I give you promises, I have to be able to keep those promises. Because when I wake up the morning after election, I am going to be here. I can't say that about everybody. I can't say that about everybody. So, comrades, I want to thank you for the energy and the support that you have given me over the years. You know that when I entered the field as a young political rookie, it wasn't an easy one. Because we had Ardley Shaw, who was Minister of Finance, called himself Manayard, and behave as if him a dopey conqueror. But you know, the time has come, comrades. Jamaica, time come for a better life. So, comrades, when we go to the polls, comrades, let us go there with fire in our eye. Let us go there with the blood a boil. Let us go there as blood, fire, comrades, because we are not going to give them another term. Comrades, we are tired of this. Time has come, and it's time for a change. Time for valuing. Time for you, the comrades of Northeast Manchester. One love, comrades. One love, comrades. One love, one love. Respect you, comrades.
Comrades of Northeastern Manchester, that was your Member of Parliament in waiting, Comrade Valentin Win, because him not name Wint no more. His new name is Win. Comrades, we're coming down. But before I call the next speaker, I want to big up some councillors that are here tonight. Beginning with Councillor Mario Mitchell. The people them feel like say you ditch them tonight. But make them know say you can't talk.
Comrades, good night. 2 days out on the road and my device gone, but don't worry. Don't worry, don't fret. As tomorrow morning the device good again, so don't worry about it.
Catch him in Trelawney. Catch him Wednesday in Trelawney. I'm moving on to the other councillors. Councillors Carl Smith, Councillors Jones Oliphant, Ryan Peart, Omar Robinson, Anthony Bryce, Devon Wilson, Rohan Kennedy, O'Neill Evans, David Knight, Andrew Smith.
My father Banya, my father Banya, my grandmother Banya, my grandmother Banya, I Banya, I Banya, my leader Banya, my leader Banya.
I know we're going into a general election. But a lot of these councillors are holding things down in the constituencies for their candidates. So ladies and gentlemen, comrades, all we had to big them up. Anything, we are going. Mic check.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Test. Yeah. Check. One. Microphone testing. One.
Turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up. If you want things to really get.
Comrades, I don't know what is happening, but anything that is happening, we are going to lock it up and send it back. Because nothing and nobody can stop this victory that is pending for the People's National Party. The next speaker I'm about to call needs no introduction, but I'm gonna say a few words about him anyway. Comrades, you know this man only too well. He's a champion in local government. You always see him down by the Manchester Municipal Corporation leading your council meetings. But leader, the people of Manchester Central have officially requested a transfer for Comrade Mitchell from the Manchester Municipal Corporation to Gordon House in Kingston. Enough retirement to go on in the election, yeah. But without further delay, comrades of Central Manchester, comrades all, help me welcome to the microphone your next member.
My father said me come, my father said me come. I am on a mission, and not stopping until I'm done. Yeah, though I travel on the rocky road all along, I shall fear no one, for my father sent me come.
Though an host should camp against me, my heart shall not fear. The war should rise up against me. In this will I be confident. Central Manchester, where you there?
Turn up the thing, PNP. Turn up the thing, PNP. Turn up the thing, PNP. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. If you want things to really get nice, nobody time.
Comrade chairpersons, because you have a male and you have a female. Comrade party leader, next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Comrades, them want me say the line long. So comrades seated on the platform, great comrades of the People's National Party. But life would not forgive me if I don't bring up Comrade Black, who will lead the troop from Central Manchester to be here tonight.
Now this one dedicated to all the boss them who jump up, jump up. Dedicated to all the man them who wake up and push up. And dedicated to the girl them who no mother. Second Mr. Cat because you come from my shit up. Anywhere you go with happy all and pull up. Listen, Mr. Cat because him well dangerous. Mr. Mud up italic and italic and italic.
And if you don't like it, the whole night in your face before the 5 beat. You see it? Dog on do it. Follow me now. Follow me.
I don't have much time. I know you see me sitting there. I'm getting warm. The Comrade General Secretary said, boy, if I look on the shot them, it look like you mobilized well to Christiana. But tell you, say them there, enough. One at a time, I checked about 240 vehicles. And I had to tell some people I don't have any more money. You can come, but talk to me Wednesday. I'm going to see if I call 2 people and beg them more money to pay for some of the car them. Because I don't know what went wrong. But all of a sudden from 12 o'clock last night, me no know what going on Santa Cruz. From 12 o'clock last night, people have called me phone and say me want to go to Christian tomorrow night. But, comrades, I have a speech, but I don't think I can use it tonight. Because I remember some things in there. But I have some comrades who are bother me. Them call me phone night and day. And them ask me if me not answer some people. Some people go somewhere and them talk about them pastor auntie. But let me tell you something, comrades. There is pastor and there are pastors. I won't say nothing rough tonight. But I would recommend to her to go read her Bible well. Because the Bible said that Goliath had only one brother. Goliath had some kingsmen. But people call them brother, but they were not his biological brother. But let me remind her of something. Tell her auntie if you bring her to 2 Kings. And if it's too hard to understand, just go to Psalm 51. Comrades, You can't take one thing about David and not take everything, you know. And all of us know what David was good for. But you have man David and woman David. Comrades, comrade party leader, I come tonight with a commitment to the people of Central Manchester. This is not gimmicks. This is not promises. Comrades, I am making commitment to the people of Central Manchester. We know in Central Manchester what good roads are. We know in Central Manchester how the former MPs, including Comrade Bunting, do things. And all of a sudden, black tanker drop, road a fix, all quality excitement are gone. But comrades, me not frightened for them. Me not afraid of nobody. Because if them think they say nothing yet, them not start confess yet. But I want to tell the people of Central Manchester, especially the people of Ingleside and Campus Drive and Freeman Road and some parts in Mandeville and Russell Place Gardens and Russell Place Meadows, where UC Russell, formerly Alcan, built some subdivisions and the people them not have no road. We are committed to making sure that these communities have quality road when the People's National Party wins the next general election. Comrade Michael. Comrade Michael, as the next Minister of Mining, we still collect little backside levy, not true? And there are times they take money from the Capital Development Fund. But these subdivisions cannot stay like that. Because I can build them and the road look bad. When I go to Ingleside, the people them a cry. And these are subdivisions that was built when Alcan was in its heyday. The people cannot suffer no more. But when I drive from Belfield Square to Banana Grove, when I drive from Blue Mountain to Cotton Grove, when I go in a Sunset and I see the road, comrades, I am committing to you that better will come. I won't talk about the health services, for Dr. Dawes is here. Because when I look for Mandeville Hospital, sometimes my stomach sick. It can't be the hospital that Comrade PJ Patterson built. It can't be the hospital that Comrade David Peter Phillips built. It can't be the hospital that Dan Jr. represented us about. So we're going to fix it up. We're going to make sure that the elderly, the disabled, when they go to the hospital, they're treated with dignity. You know, comrades, sometime the other day, one of my worker mother was sick and I don't visit her in the hospital. It is not because me no want go. But comrades, if when me go there, them say me must put on my mask. Them say me must make sure me know where me are touch. It no means there's something wrong. The hospital is not the hospital before. So comrade Dawes, hear me. We have to fix up Mandeville Hospital. I want to talk to the young people of Manchester Central. When I look at the community centers that have been built, how them run down to nothing, we have to find some way to make the young people use up these community centers, make them into centers for innovation and training, because young people must put their skills together. But, comrade leader, I have one thing to beg you. Porous is the entrance to Manchester, and it can't stay so. When I look at the Jamaica Welfare Center, built by Norman, Washington, Manley, it can't answer. We have to fix it up. It's for me and Comrade Bunting. We used to have quality training, quality teaching. Porous have to look better than how we look. One of our founding master, one of our founding leaders, we can't have that center like that. We have enough land. And I am committing to you that when I win the next election, I have some people them say, boss, it's not how much we're going to win by, but we have to start see which scale we're going to use and weigh them. But hear me, comrades. I am committed to making sure that we have an entrance and an exit to the highway from Porous. It cannot be like that. We're talking about the entrance to the parish of Manchester. I want to go to Mandeville. When I look at the road from Williamsfield, Winston Jones Highway into Mandeville, when I look from Knockpatrick past NCU coming into Mandeville, when I look at the road from All England Mayday coming into Mandeville, we have to beautify the entrance to the town of Mandeville. We have to clean it up. We have to plant good trees, plant flowers, beautify the place, that when people come to Mandeville, it looks like Mandeville. All of a sudden, them have excuse as to why things have not been done. You know, sometimes when I listen to my radio, and when I hear them attack, I lock it off. Because if you add up all of what the Labourites have promised, no budget not there. But we shall make Mandeville the place that all of us know Central Manchester and Mandeville used to be. We will fix up from Williamsfield into Mandeville. We'll make sure it looks like Mandeville. Comrades, bye.
No, my check.
Next minute,
Yes. Fix it. It don't sound so good.
Everybody hear me right hand. Put up your feet. Hey, Marty G with a motor. Check. All right. Too much of that now. Easy. All right, that one there. Good. Check 1 2.
Check 1 2. Comrades, the system are going, but no wonder. I say never stay. But we are gone, cause time come. No matter what they do. I hear them vex because we say we are blood and fire, comrades. Comrades, me are blood and fire, PMP comrade. Because the blood of PMP in me. A fire in my belly for PMP. Me have the passion for PMP because I know what PMP has done for Jamaica. But comrades, I won't detain you much longer because I want to hear my party leader. We are going to have a meeting in Mandeville, so don't put it down. We are going to have a meeting in Mandeville because we now make them things say it's because we don't want to have a meeting in Mandeville come a Christiana. But we will have that meeting in Mandeville and then we shall show them how PMP do business. But comrades, I want to talk to you about one thing that is dear to my heart. And it is accountability and communication. Because them are the one not accountable. Them not talk to nobody. And because of what we have done at the Manchester Municipal Corporation, as their leader, we'll bring it to the central Manchester. Because when you check the Auditor General, she says out of 3 municipal corporations, Manchester is one of them, that their accounts is in good order. It's accountability that. That is accountability. And why I feel proud is because Manchester Municipal Corporation is the only corporation in Jamaica that have their accounts up to date. Leadership. So let them talk. PMP deal with leadership and accountability. But time come for a better central Manchester. People talk, so we don't do nothing. Them go and see who can do things. One done in a Manchester. But time come. Time come. And I want you to say it after me. Time come. No, sir, that sounds like you're hungry. Time come. Time come. Time come. Time come for a better central Manchester. Time come for a better Jamaica. Time come for the PMP and Marky G. Time come that all of us, whether Duke Street can hold or it can't hold, we shall march up to Duke Street, bringing Marky G to sit in guard the house and lead Jamaica forward. Time come for a better Jamaica. Let us go forward with passion, with fire, with blood, and win for Central Manchester what we have done before. God bless you, comrade.
Next minute you're gone away. Hold up your head, no Donovan. Big contrast, no Donovan. In my works you should surely be paid. I never trust the man with the under.
DJ. We are going to take back Central. Donovan for everyone. It's a pleasure of mine to introduce
the boss that will take charge of South Manchester. Proven performer. Proven performer. Next member of parliament for South Manchester, my boss, Peter Bunting. Peter Bunting.
My friend, I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes right up to the limits. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah. Good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes in cars in a minute. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah. My friend and them could I tell you about me. Good people, it's good people. We only want love.
Comrade Chairman, comrade leaders, comrade all, comrades all. I was in Falmouth on Friday night. And the Falmouth meeting, never normal. But the Christiana meeting,
Turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up. If you want things to really get.
So me now, Falmouth, and I was speaking on security. And I spoke about the mother of all Bandulu, which was the used car scam for the police. All know some of them used car don't deliver. And those who deliver broke down almost as fast as you could have taken them off of the wharf. And the consequences of that was that for almost 2 years, the police were crippled. There was no force multiplier because vehicles are what you call a force multiplier. And that's when we saw the murder rate shoot up in Jamaica when the JLP came to office and the police had no reliable vehicles. And when I talk about that, I see the same Bandulu coming, Comrade Mikhail, with this used school bus system that them bringing in for children. And let me tell you something. I am a man I don't like stray into other shadow ministers' lane, but I got permission from Mikhail this evening because I hear that the Labourites and their apologists is like me stir up an ant's nest with the school bus remark. So I want to deal with it here tonight. Yes, I raised the alarm and one said we don't want to kill off poor people picnic with some old bus. And I make no apology for that. And let me just give you some background. These buses that they're bringing in, these are not pre-owned vehicles. These are retired old buses. Many are over 10 to 15 year old with hundreds of thousands of miles on the clock. So when I sound the alarm, me no care what the Labourites say or who they say we are. These were pulled out of circulation in the United States because their engines are tired, their suspensions are worn, their wiring systems are brittle. In the northern states, many have been subject to years of salted roads which corrode the frames and the brake lines. These were pulled out of circulation in the US because they were either not considered safe enough for American children or were too inefficient. No, these were primarily used in cities with flat streets and wide lanes. Now imagine you bring those old bus to Manchester, to Trelawney, to the hills of Clarendon, to the hills of St. Elizabeth. These buses were not built for this terrain when they were new, much less when they are 10 and 15 years old with hundreds of thousands of miles. We drove on the junction in a tour bus. And let me tell you something. It was a bit unnerving when we were on the bus tour. But the CEO of the bus company assured us when they buy those buses new, they have to get specially spec'd packages for them. They can't have the long overhang at the back. They have the proper transmission system for our hilly terrain. They have auxiliary braking systems, what you call engine brake, where you see the trucks and the coaches that coming down hills use as a backup braking system. We don't know if these school buses have those. But what we know the school buses have is the long overhang. When you go around the corners and the narrow roads, they swing out where you get from that overhang. Who knows what that can do to the poor pedestrians, and we have no sidewalk on those roads. But when those brakes, can you imagine those brakes coming down Plowden Hill, Pusey Hill, any of them steep hills? When those brakes, there's a phenomenon called brake fade. And let me tell you something, comrades, if that happened. And you know, it's like when God will work with you. Because the people in this constituency will understand more than most the risk to our children and school buses. How many catastrophic accidents have we had with Homewood children? Val, we tired of going. Comrade Val Wint, and him is a man do his funeral, but him tired and it burn him for go funeral for children. So I am bawling out. I am saying, me no care who want vex. I wouldn't put my child on that whole bus. On these hilly terrains, these pothole roads with hairpin turns in Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, all the hilly parishes. We wouldn't do it. And with that long overhang, I can tell you there are places it cannot even go because it's going bottom out. It's going bottom out. It can't go up the entrance to Prattville Primary. Cannot. So, comrades, I just want to close on that because I'm going to write an op-ed and set out everything. I'm going to set out everything. But this issue of the safety of our children should not be a political debate. But if they want it to be, then I am there for the debate. And if it, whatever they want to say about me, and whatever political price I could pay, it is worth it if I can save the life of one child in Manchester. And I make no apology for that. This is an engineer. This is an engineering and safety issue. The laws of physics don't care about budget constraints, don't care about political one-upmanship. This is about children's safety and children's lives. When a bus full of children cannot stop on a downhill grade or swings out over a precipice, it won't matter how cheaply those buses were acquired. The headlines will write themselves. And the public outrage will be justified. But just as I warned you before the used police cars came here, that it would ultimately have a cost in the lives of Jamaicans. Because more Jamaicans have been murdered in Andrew Honey's 2 terms than in any other 2 terms under any other prime minister in the history of Jamaica. And if they had listened when Peter Bunting warned them about that, 2,500 Jamaicans would be alive today because that's the excess killed because of their stupidity. So I make no apology for it. I am calling out today for a review of that whole system. It is not appropriate for most parts of Jamaica, and I'm not even sure it's appropriate anywhere in Jamaica. Our children deserve the best. Our children deserve safe transportation. Our children deserve a better quality of life in this Jamaica. Comrades, one love, one heart.
Leader and the General Secretary. But when it comes to PNP business, not no secret, so me I go tell you no. They have said they have ticked off northeastern Manchester. And them come down again and them tick off central Manchester. And them say, them know say Comrade Bunting are going to seal it up in a southern Manchester. And when it come down to the one, yeah, it never left. So it don't have to come back. It has always been in the winning column of the People's National Party. Comrades of Northwestern Manchester, help me welcome to the microphone your General Comrade Member of Parliament,
Multi-mode, me a bench none. Father God, my wife, I'm in a bed none. When the best come from the west, me never yet run. Them have to carry me on the earth, no for me spend them. If any papa me the girl I get some. From me a little boy, you ready?
Comrade party leader, comrades on the platform, comrade workers, comrade warriors, comrade foot soldiers. When I say PMP, say power, PMP, PMP.
Turn up the thing, PNP. Turn up the thing, PNP. Turn up the thing, PNP. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up.
Comrades, I see a certain leader in the Jamaica Labour Party do a thing in the Observer this morning. Him say,
that them going to take all 4 constituency in a Manchester. That was the same Labour leader who Comrade Hassan did beat and put in full retirement. It's the same one who said was going to control the Manchester Municipal Corporation. And when the dust settle, PMP get 12 and them get 3. So if it's the same man, what the GLP depending on to bring home Manchester, I said to him, pack your bags and go, because Manchester is PMP and PMP is Manchester. Because them have a little ticky run up on my side. And all I have to say to those who say, Northwest now come back to PMP. Call it, Andrew, call it, so we can show you. Say Northwest Manchester is going to stay in the winning columns of the People's National Party. I man, there. I man, I got Tanya. And I man, I got continue to build Northwest Manchester. But comrades, this election is going to be one of the most important elections that Jamaica would have faced. Because you have a government and a prime minister that keep on saying that Jamaican people should not listen to the PMP. But I ask the question, can you trust Andrew Holness? Can you trust Andrew Holness? Even Labourite can't trust Andrew Holness. This is the same, come on, man. This is the same Prime Minister who said that he was going to give term limits. Did he deliver that? This is the same Prime Minister who said we could sleep with our windows and doors open. Can you do that? This is the same Prime Minister that allows his minister to bring in used car and still do not deliver it. Can you trust him? This is the same Prime Minister who claims that him passed the Integrity Commission Act. And when them put the report on him, it's the same Prime Minister that carried them to court. Can you trust him? This is the same Prime Minister who interferes with the government agencies when they are employment of other people. The same Prime Minister that shut up when Jamaican people ask him how you do that. Can you trust him? And this is the same Prime Minister that show contempt for the police, for the teacher, for the nurses, for the fireman, for young people, for every Jamaican. Should Andrew Holness go? Well, comrades, a challenge I hear him talking about, because of the last couple of weeks, from him here, the PMP start roll out our plans Him not have no plan. So him go all over the country, cutting ribbon, a break ground. What him couldn't do in a 10 years, he might promise the people them, say him gonna do it in a 1 year. Can you trust him? All of a sudden, he might go bring water to Manchester. But I have a warning for him. Because them bringing the water, and I'm a color the water. So if you're not a GLP control constituency, you can't get no water. Look how long you have had the show up here. And a GLP in a power. And you still can't get no water. But I'm warning him. Because them bringing the water from St. Elizabeth. And it have to pass through Kingsland, which is northwest Manchester upon one side, and south Manchester upon one side. And if the people of Kingsland can't get water, then the water now come past Kingsland. Because how you fi carry water coming out the town of Mandeville? And the same community them where you pass not have no running water. That are no justice. And we want justice. When you look at Mandeville Hospital, I have a constituent who called me the other day, and she said she's so sick that when she think about to go to Mandeville Hospital, she prefer to stay here than dead. Because she said if she go there, she go dead anyway. And if the Minister of Health and the Prime Minister not have no shame, well, it's time for you to go. But the one that hurt me most, Comrade Val, I see homeless, but talk about him and start build school. In 10 years, the Jamaica Labour Party government has not built one school in Jamaica, much less Manchester. But what is painful is that them say Comrade Bunting not do nothing. But him expand more schools than the GLP has done in 10 years in his time in central Manchester. PMP do that. But in the 10 years, you have 2 schools in Manchester that need expansion. Christiana High and Mile Gully, which is in northwest Manchester. And instead of them expanding Christiana, give them the new school that they want. I mean, a bad mind Wormwood. Them spend $150 million add additional classroom at Homewood when Homewood was not in need. And the only reason why them do that. The only reason why them do that. The only reason why them do that. I don't have to say nothing more. But I am telling you that Christiana High and Mile Gully will be priority on our People's National Party government. But the one that hurt me more is that 2 weeks ago, Comrade Leader, them start some patching in the parish of Manchester. And them start do it in a 3 or the 4. Guess who for one they leave out? Northwest Manchester. Northwest Manchester. And no matter if them want to victimize me, because you are not to bring politics Because when you think say you hurt me, you're hurting the people, not Michael Phillips. Same way them treat agriculture. Because I see one caretaker who are do training for farm work people. I collect money from the youth them. It is wrong. It is wrong to take money from poor people when you can't deliver nothing. When Irish potato reach a Manchester, it's not going to the farmer them who should get it. It got to some people because them wear green and them support the Labour Party. Well, I am telling you, comrades, time come for a new day. Time come for us to understand and to teach Andrew Holness him not own Jamaica, and the people of Jamaica own this rock, and PMP and the people is going to pack your bags and send you home.
They got to go, they got to go. They got to go, they got to go. They got to go, they got to go. They all.
But I just want to end on something, comrades. Because Comrade Bunting touched on the school bus. And I also want to clarify something. The mischief of the Jamaica Labour Party. A couple weeks ago, I challenged the Minister of Transport, who only know to call people bad mind. I challenged him to a debate on public transport. But at no time, comrades, did the People's National Party ever say that we are against a school bus system to transport our children. Never. Where we have a difference is how we're going to do it. And our plan is a better plan than what they have. Because hear me out quickly, comrades. They said they can move 4,000 students on a daily basis. And we propose that we are going to move 20,000 students every day. Them say that we're going to use all car and all vehicle. What we are going to do is use those who are responsible in the transport sector. But I want to remind them of something. That already in the system is a school bus system for the part students. The government has encouraged business owners to buy coaster buses. You will see them park up in a Mandeville town and all in front of the school gate at daytime. And what they're doing now is using taxpayer money to buy older buses that are not retrofitted for the Jamaican road. That is going to cost us more to maintain when the JUTC is already losing $11 billion per year. And as a responsible government in waiting, we say, let us take the man who have the Voxy, support him to buy 130-seater. Let us use the man them who are already in the system than taking money and wasting it on an older bus when we are already losing money. We say we don't want to get rid of the people in the sector. We want to empower them to carry our children safer. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Not one thing. So we say move 20,000. We're going to give a subsidy to parents so that them children can go. If you're not the pump part, you're good. If you're not the pump part, we say come. Because not everybody who not the pump part want help. Some of them still want help. Some of them want help. So we are reach out to everybody. But what is also good about our plan is that we want the man them already in the sector to stay in the sector. With the JLP plan, they will be out of work. Some of them are going to lose them house. Bank are going to repossess the bus them. That's unconscionable. And you know why it's going to happen? Because they have not thought it out. They feel that by buying 110 buses is the solution. Let us think out the solution. Let us take the good out of the bad and improve the school bus system for our children because we say they are important. Yes. So comrades, check. So comrades, we are not saying that our plan is perfect, but we know we have a better plan than the Jamaica Labour Party when it comes to our school children. So comrades, are you ready? Are you ready? Time for comrades. Time for the PSP. Time for the people of Jamaica. Where is the PSP? How big is the power? PSP.
I don't know what's going on with the system, but I say to the Labourites, I am giving you a one.
All right then. So, comrades, you see all of this we are going through, we are going to make sure it's a count. All of this we are going through, we are going to make sure it's a count. And Mark Jefferson Golding, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. The speaker that is coming now. Boy, this does sound good. I don't feel to introduce my gensec with this sound. This not sound good. Cut and clear. Cut and clear. This not sound good. The power is inching back up. This not sound good. The power is inching back up. Engineer. Engineer. Engineer, check out the talkaphone. Check out the talkaphone. Engineer, check out the talkaphone. Check out the talkaphone. Sound better? Comrades at the back, you're hearing? Comrades at the back, you're hearing my voice? Still low. Comrades, we have been here all evening and we need to wrap up in fine style. PMP business, we know the struggle go. But the victory is going to be sweeter when the elections are called. Coming to the talkaphone now. It's the man who not afraid that none of them on the green team. Them talk about bad mind. Them talk about them are going to sue. But sue who? Comrades, make some noise for the General Secretary, for the People's National. Hold it. Comrade leader, comrades all. We need to sort out that thing here because we're not keep the leader in the darkness with the microphone now work right. You know. So Mr. Engineer, sort out the thing. When I play the game, I sort out the thing. Yo, the brethren who are in the car, I don't want to hear nothing from the car when we up here, sir. Nothing at all. Comrades, greetings. This is a serious process, you know. We are running to be government of a country. I mean, not joke business, a serious thing with the fun. And we are here to deal with the people's business. We're here to ensure that children can have a better future. We're here to ensure that people have a proper reason to vote that we speak to them about what we will do to transform their lives. We are not here to tell you to cover your eye and vote for corruption. We are not here to tell you to cover up your eye and vote for non-performers. We are here to give you reasons to believe that you deserve a better life. We have a parish like Manchester that is known for its agricultural production. And what we have taken place in Jamaica now is a betrayal of our farmers. We have a government in place that has caused our food importation bill to double over the last 9 years. When they came to office in 2016, the food importation bill was at $830 million US, and it has now gone to 1.6 billion US dollars. It has doubled under this government. It has doubled, and we are importing things that can be produced right here in Jamaica. Northeast Manchester is one of those parishes that can produce Irish potato well. Why is it that Jamaica is not putting our farmers to work to produce Irish potato so we can take that out of the food importation basket? Why aren't we producing enough onions so we can take that out of the food importation basket? Their focus is to give friends and cronies import licenses, and they are affecting the local farmers. We can't get any reliable data some of the times out of Jamaica. We have to wait until somebody international put out something before we know the true position. It is the FAO that told us that 55 out of every 100 Jamaican is not eating properly, not eating a nutritious meal. 55 out of every 100. If you were listening to the government, you would never believe that to be so, because they make it sound as if everything is all right. It is not okay, and it needs to be fixed. And the next PNP government, led by Mark Jefferson Golden, will fix agriculture so we can benefit our local farmers and feed our people properly. When we look at it, I told you about the importation bill, I told you about the food insecurity. Only 15% of the country, the farming lands, the arable lands, has irrigation. Only 30%, we lose 30% of what we produce because we don't have proper storage. How many farmers you have in the constituencies in Manchester that don't have storage when their produce come in? We have some agro parks that have in all of the infrastructure. And when you look at the agro parks across Jamaica, only men fund so that local agriculture can finally get treated properly. We will get that money so that local agriculture can finally get treated properly. We will get that money not from any new taxes, but from taking a portion of the import duties that they charge currently when you bring food into the country. And that will give us $2.5 billion that we will put some of that money at the PC Bank so farmers can go out there and get a loan at low interest rate so they can do their farming. We will use some of it to build out irrigation systems. We will use some of it to modernize the technology, to build storage, to ensure that when you work hard, you can see the reward of your labor. But I want to say something outside of agriculture. I know when people are trying to set me up. And I want you to listen to me, comrades. I know the microphone is so wonderful, but I want you to listen to me carefully. I know when people are trying to set me up. We have a government that started out along a road that said they won't allow PNP-ism back into the country. The Prime Minister said that. Then we had this deputy leader of the Labour Party saying they will never surrender Jamaica to the PNP. I want you to understand that people don't surrender from a position of victory. You know. When you surrender, when you're under pressure, you throw in the towel. It's the same leader of that party that got up and said him no need no opposition. After that, we hear of big gunfight in West Kingston, JLP Bastion constituency. And we want to know who owns the warehouse where they found those guns. After that now, they want to turn the words of a song about blood and fire, which is the theme song of the Salvation Army, that speaks about the blood of Jesus and the fire of the Holy Spirit. They want to twist that to suggest that we mean violence when we say that. I go on the microphone and say if they are behaving like that, at the next election we need to get rid of them. They said that is somehow violence. What they are attempting to do is to set us up. What they are attempting to do is to set us up. And I want you, comrades, as you move around, cars right through the middle of the meeting, waving them green flag and ringing them bell because they're trying to middle of the meeting, waving them green flag and ringing them bell because they're trying to antagonize the people. Regardless of what they do out there, comrades, we come in peace. This is Jamaica land we love, and we not join Labourite to mash it up. We are restoring dignity to governance in this country. No matter what them go on with out there. If they were serious about the political atmosphere and how the campaign is going, they would not have taken the referee off the field of play. They have essentially crippled the office of the political ombudsman, that you can't get any fair arbiter, a referee that will say this is allowed and that is not allowed. If they are serious that they want to have a decent campaign and a serious campaign, restore the office of the political ombudsman so that we have a referee to safeguard against what is going on. They want to campaign on some trivial things. Trivial things they want to campaign on. We are not about any trivial things. We are about opportunity for the people of this country. are not about any trivial things. We are about opportunity for the people of this country. We are not. He ensured that we decriminalize the personal use of marijuana so that police can haul and pull the young youth them anymore. Decriminalize the personal use of marijuana so that police can haul and pull the young youth them anymore if them have a local jar herb. He also ensured that if you got a criminal record, it can be expunged, it can be removed from your record. Because with a criminal record, you can't go on farm work, you can't work for government. He has caused that to be removed. I am talking about Mark Jefferson Golden, a social justice champion. He has been fighting for the people of Jamaica all along. When they are locking up young people under states of emergency without charge, without bail, it took Mark Jefferson Golden to take that matter to court so that we could free up the young people and the people of this country so police can harass them and lock them up without bail and without charge. He, as Justice Minister, passed over 100 pieces of legislation, and in the Parliament there is no other legislator in there that can be compared to the leader of the People's National Party. He is by far the best legislator in the Parliament of the land. Hold on, me not done. I tell you no about we leader. Because some of the time you have to talk about your leader. Them say if you not talk about your pedigree, they will treat you like you're a mongrel, so you have to talk about your pedigree. A few years ago, students were trapped in Ukraine. Bombs were being dropped. War broke out and bombs were being dropped. Mark Golden went in his own account, took out the money and sent it to the students so they could find their way back home to Jamaica safely. The government of the day decided to offer students loan, or if you offer loan to people when I work. "36 years ago, the leader of the PNP married an empress from out of Augustown, a dark Nubian empress that he fell in love with and is still in love with up to this very day. When you call her name, when he sees her, a big smile comes to his face. Fully committed to his wife and children and fully committed to the country of Jamaica. When we give you this leader, we are giving to the country an experienced businessman. We're giving to you an intellectual giant. We're giving to you a legislator par excellence. We're giving to you a social justice champion. We're giving to you somebody who will lift poor people out of poverty and march them on the road to progress. Comrades, make welcome the president of the People's National Party, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden.
Marky G, I know you a champion. Everybody wave on your right hand. Put up your fist. Hey, Marky G, we don't know, so none of them not like me. See them all hype up, but that's still not spite me. Roll in a cut and got you because I love it.
Comrade chairpersons at the meeting, because we have two brilliant young comrades, two councillors, all of the distinguished comrades on the platform, workers, warriors, foot soldiers, supporters of the People's National Party here in Christiana tonight. Oh, what a joy. Una look beautiful, man. PNP River come down, bank to bank in Christiana. Comrades, we have been on the road, as you know. We just did a 2-day bus tour. And everywhere we go across this island, the people of Jamaica are ready for the People's National Party. The people of Jamaica are crying out for a better life. They want hope. They are tired of a government in which they have no trust or confidence. A government that tells too many lies, is too full of deception, and is primarily looking at improving the lives of their own. Comrades, that is why we have been promoting a series of ideas and proposals that can deal with the real issues facing this country. My father came here in 1953. He was the first orthopedic surgeon in Jamaica. And when there was a polio epidemic, the government of the day put him in charge of the response, the medical response. And he built a center called the Polio Rehab Center. It later became the Mona Rehabilitation Center. I grew up around persons with disabilities. And so the next PNP government is going to establish a fund of $1 billion to support greater access for persons with disabilities, because persons with disabilities must be fully integrated into the life of their society and their country like all of us. The next PNP government wants to ensure that our brilliant and talented youths who are creative practitioners in whatever field it may be, they could be singers and musicians, they could be sound engineers, they could be artists who paint, or potters who make things out of clay. Whatever it may be, we want to ensure that they have some resources to push themselves further along in life and to help build brand Jamaica, which is the source of so much of our economy through tourism and so on. That is why we're going to establish a $1 billion fund a year for the creative and cultural industry practitioners so they can get the benefit of those resources to lift them up, lift up them families, and push Jamaica's economy forward. The PNP is for the youths of Jamaica. We recognize that the education system in the country has been underperforming. Too many youths leaving primary school can't read and write and can't do basic arithmetic. We can't develop the country like that. We have to solve those issues. One of the causes of that, and there are several, but one of the causes of that is the fact that many children struggle to get to school and have lunch money. Parents are finding it so hard. And that children sometimes miss school because they don't have lunch money. That is why we are committed to spending $9 billion a year more on food, school feeding programs for needy children at primary and secondary school, so that each child in need will have at least one hot, nutritious meal a day under the PNP government.
Turn up the thing, PNP, turn up the thing, PNP, turn up the thing.
And when we design these things, we see the additional benefits, because that $9 billion is going to be spent with the Jamaican farmers who produce that food. So that money will run through the rural economy and help to uplift the farmers and their families as well. So we're dealing with many problems at one time. We're dealing with the farmers and their families, and we're dealing with the children and the parents who need that help. Similarly, we know that a lot of children don't go to school every day. Some of them don't go 5 days a week, some go 4, some go 3. Because the parents struggle with the cost of transportation to send the children to school. And that is why we came up with the RIDE program. Now we have heard already about the JLP solution, in quotation marks, to bring in 110 buses, old buses, to carry the children. We have grave concerns about that approach. We don't think it is workable, and we think it is very problematic and dangerous. Our proposal is to spend $1.9 billion a year to provide a subsidy to school transportation costs for children who need that help, identified by the schools themselves and social workers. That money will be spent amongst transport operators of the country, so they will benefit from that additional income to carry the children to school. Again, we are solving many problems with our solution. We want to stop intergenerational poverty. What that mean? Poverty that transfers from one generation to the next in a family. A key to that is education. That is why we have the First in Family program. And I have to credit Senator Damian Crawford for this one. If you are the first person in your family to qualify for university or college, any tertiary institution, and you are struggling to go there because of money, the next PNP government will give you a full scholarship to attend university or college, and you can move yourself forward in life and help your brothers and sisters to move forward as well, so we can put an end to intergenerational poverty. The General Secretary, who is also our spokesperson for agriculture, has talked about the Agricultural Development Fund and what we plan to do for farmers. I am not going to go over that again. But when it comes to housing, the next PNP government is going to continue the great tradition of our party in providing affordable housing solutions for Jamaicans who need help with housing. We are going to build 50,000 affordable houses over the next 5 years. And we have identified and are identifying public lands that are not suitable for agriculture that can be made available for housing. And I can tell you that when we build those houses and we sell them to people at an affordable price, we will not include the value of the land in the price of the house. So you're going to get a house for a price that is less than the value of what you're buying. You're going to get $2 to $3 million of additional value in your hand as an owner, courtesy of the progressive policies of the People's National Party. And if you're a young person and you would like to become an owner of your own home, but you can't find the deposit, as long as you've been in the housing trust for at least 2 years, throwing your money in the trust, and we will allow you to get a grant. That is money you don't have to repay, of $500,000, so you can pay down on your house and become an owner rather than having to live at home with your parents or being a tenant for the rest of your life. And for many, many people who are hustling and make them money, they might be a hairdresser or a cosmetologist. They might be a sound promoter. They might be a farmer or a taxi driver. They don't have a pay slip, so they can't prove their income, so they can't qualify for a mortgage. The PNP has the rent-to-own scheme to solve that problem for you. We will allow you to go into possession of one of these houses that we'll be building as a tenant. And as long as you're paying the monthly rent for, say, 6 months, which will be equivalent to the mortgage, we will treat those payments as proof of income, and we will allow you to qualify for the mortgage, draw down the loan, buy the house, and become an owner of your own home with your own door key and part of the ownership society that we want to build in Jamaica. And for all of the ganja farmers them in Jamaica, I'm Marky G brought the legislation to Parliament in 2015 to decriminalize ganja, personal use. No youth can be arrested and charged or locked up for a spliff or a draw weed or even a chalice. And we created the medical and therapeutic ganja industry. The Labourites won the election in 2016 and they mash up the thing. The thing has not progressed how it should. And small farmers can't be part of it right now. The next PNP government wants all ganja farmers to have a chance to become lawful producers of ganja for the benefit of themselves, their community, and Jamaica's economy. And we intend to do it by reforming what is there now and making it better. So people, for us to do all these things, we need to ensure that there's a government in which you can have trust and confidence. Right now, we have a government that has been racked with so many scandals. We heard about the used car scandal, those used cars bought for the police that were never delivered. And there have been so many, JPS, Petrojam Rada, Nessal, CMU, the list is very long. The Prime Minister himself, who is taking the Integrity Commission to court, trying to set aside the very offense for which he is being investigated of illicit enrichment and destroy the legislation itself, which his government passed, although we designed it and we brought it to Parliament originally. And because he is under investigation for illicit enrichment, and the investigation has not been completed because the Integrity Commission did not get information from him that they asked him to provide. They've sent it to the Financial Investigations Division. And now that institution has a new person in charge who is somebody who came on public radio saying that the Prime Minister has done nothing wrong, and somebody who doesn't meet the requirements for the job as advertised originally, which said you must have at least 12 years of law enforcement experience, 5 of which should be at a leadership level. This is the kind of thing going on in this country. Hanky-panky is the right word. Undermining of institutions. Critical institutions supporting the good governance of the country. The country can't develop under the Labour Party government right now. The government has no moral authority to lead this country. Because if the head of the stream is not clean and pure, everything below will be soiled also. And so, comrades, that is why we have such a critical mission to accomplish. And that mission is to ensure that whenever the election is called, whether Andrew call it or the Constitution call it, because obviously I'm afraid to call it, because we're almost on the end of the 5 years. I thought we'd have changed out the government long time. But them a drag it out and drag it out. But it have a call. Whenever it is called, I want you to ensure that in Northeast Manchester, there is a new day, and the People's National Party is the party that provides a member of Parliament, Valentin Wint, to come with me to Garden House. I want you to ensure that in Northwest Manchester we return Michael Phillips, son of my brethren, Peter David Phillips, to God knows. I want you to ensure that the mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, steps up to be the next member of parliament of Central Manchester and comes to God knows with me. And I want you to ensure that my brethren, a man who is afraid of nobody, a man who talk it as it is, Peter Murcott Bunting, becomes a member of parliament for South Manchester. We want 4 out of 4 in a Manchester. We are taking it to them, and victory must be ours. Well, comrades, when I ask you the question, what time it is, I want you to tell me, time come. What time it is? What time is it? Are you ready? Are you ready? You look like you're ready. You sound like you're ready. The vibes is here and I can feel that you're ready. Comrades, power to the people, I say. Victory is assured. Do the work. We are not for sale. We will carry home the victory.
Comrades, how you feeling? You feel the victory? You feel the victory? A new wave is coming to Jamaica. The orange wave is here. Our next meeting will be Albertown Square, Wednesday, July 9th, starting at 6 p.m. We will be supporting Comrade Wickham McNeil and Comrade Paul Patmore. Just like what we did today, we're going to do it in Trelawney. Comrades, don't move because we have the Jamaica Arise. I want you to get home safe. Me no want nothing to none of my comrades because we have a mission to take back Jamaica. We have a mission to bring Jamaica to a better place. Stand up right.
The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to thee, loyal and faithful.
Thank you very much, comrades. Travel safe on the road. I want to see you at the finish line. Victory!